like this. If you looked at it from the side, this might be helpful to see. I'm basically planting my right leg, and I'm stepping my left leg behind and in front, and behind and in front. And then I'm counterclockwise like this. So basically in a Hipreel. And then you can just drop your right hand and work with your left hand. And what you're doing is when your right foot is in front and your left foot is behind, you go under, your hand comes in towards your crotch at 6 o'clock, and then you step forward and let the circle happen behind your back, and then you exit on the right hand side. So it's this and then exit on the other side. This, exit on the other side. And if you can't do it directly, just put a whole bunch of circles in the middle until you're ready. Remember, it's underhand, and then under the leg, step, circle, 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 readjust, 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 and under, step, circle, 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 and get ready, and under, 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 under. And then, so that you can see it from the other side, so that you can see the exit. This is the entrance. And then I'm going to exit on your side. Okay, now that you've done it with one hand, try doing it where you're in a Hipreel. And then you put your right leg forward from the counterclockwise Hipreel. And then just your left poi is going to go under the two legs from the center. And then you go back into your Hipreel. Just your left poi goes under, and you go back into your Hipreel. Just your left poi goes under, and you go back into your Hipreel. Just your left poi, and you go back into your Hipreel. I'm doing a together time Hipreel. So I'm having them both go back, both go front, both go back, both go front. Let's do the other half of it, which might be easier. The other half is going to be in clockwise. And with this one, you're going to do the right poi under the leg as you step back with the left leg. Or step forward with the right. So I'm doing this. I'm coming under like this. And then as I exit, I turn. And I'm in the other direction. Yes, a 180. Did you get this one first? Your right leg behind, left leg in front, right leg behind, and then your right poi is going to go under, step your right leg forward. So you're clockwise like this, and you're going to step your right leg, you're going to open your leg so your left one's in front, and then come under and step your right leg forward. Come under, step your right leg forward. Come under, step your right leg forward. Well, yeah, so left leg in front of your right leg. And then you're going to take your right poi, come underneath, and then step your right leg forward. So like less kick, just walk forward. Walk forward. You have to do the loop behind your ass, and you have to step your right leg forward while your hand is behind your ass. So the reason it hits your right leg is because you have to step in here, but I exit on the left side of the right leg. I enter on the right side, but I exit on the left side. This time your weight is on your left leg, and you're doing this to this, this to this, to this to this. So you plant your left foot, and then you come under and step, circle, 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 under and step, circle, 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 under and step, under and step, under and step. So you have the movement with one hand alone. So you're in the hip reel, you're in the hip reel, you're in the hip reel, and then go from the hip reel, step forward, and then back into the hip reel. From the hip reel, and back to the hip reel. And from the hip reel, back to the hip reel. From the hip reel, back to the hip reel. Once you nail these two separate pieces, where in clockwise, you're doing the right one under, and then in counterclockwise, you're doing the left one under. Then what you could do is, in theory, you can start working on the turn situation, where as you go under the leg, you turn 180 degrees and end up in the opposite direction. And then you go under the leg and turn, and go under the leg and turn, right? So you're turning 180 from here to here, or from here to here. And then you're going under the leg, and under the leg, and under the leg, and under the leg. And then if I take out the extra circles in the middle, it's just one under the leg after the other, from clockwise relative to me, counterclockwise relative to me, clockwise to counter, right and clockwise, left and counterclockwise. All you do is lots of silly little pivoting there.